No, it's not a funny fucking meme. It's something that could ruin someone's goddamn fucking life.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm never fucking delete it, man. Get it off my fucking hard drive. Get this fucking trash out of here.
Can you see the sun is shining on me? It makes me feel so free, so alive. It makes me want to survive. And the sky, it makes me feel so high. The bad times pass me by. 'Cause today, it's gonna be a brighter day. Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up the day? Don't you feel that sometimes you just need to run away? Reach out for the sunshine, forget about the rain. Just think about the good times, and they will come back again. The sunshine. Without you, there's nothing for me to do. Can you feel the sunshine too? It's coming through. It makes me feel brand new. When you're here, I wish you were always near. 'Cause everything's so clear. And today, it's gonna be a brighter day. Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up the day? Don't you feel that sometimes you just need to run away? Reach out for the sunshine, forget about the rain. Just think about the good times, and they will come back again. When the sun goes down, I feel like I am waiting for another day when the clouds go away. Can you feel it? Ooh. Can you feel it? Oh. Can you feel it? Oh. Can you feel it? Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? Don't you feel that sometimes you just need to run away? Reach out for the sunshine, forget about the rain. Just think about the good times, and they will come back again.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You know, like, every time I start this up, I always have food. Maybe I'm just actually fat. I don't know. But, welcome to the live stream. Boy, do we have some fun shit today. Let me tell you. God bless. Have you guys ever watched, like, anime? But it was really good, and then someone said that it was overrated, but they gave piss poor reasons. I mean, it's all personal preference, sure. But, what can you do, right? And we got some extra sweet tea for today, by the way. Which we could kind of halfway talk about. Yeah, it is, that's funny. Because it is. It is it's an AnyTuber that, has things. I guess they're not really technically an AnyTuber, but you'll see that today. Don't worry. But, welcome, boys and girls, men and women, trans, whatevers. Welcome. Listen, I'm not watching the OVA because it's not canon, and also it's not like an OVA. It's something else. It doesn't matter. All right, hang on, chat. So today is this. It is
A returning subscriber? Thanks for sticking around.
Wait, oh, there it is. Oh, thank you, Diet Cola, for the tier 1 at 3 months. What up, nice boobs, bro. I don't know if well, you guys don't care. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. But this video today is by a person named Reviewer03, and this is the Cowboy Bebop review. The reason that we have to watch this one first is because it's special. So let's dig into this for some reason. By the way, it's cute. Wait, there it is. There you go, YouTube. Don't worry, we're getting there, buddy. Is this how long he has this go for?
This is Reviewer03, bringing you a review of Cowboy Bebop.
Dude, this is old. Like, I hate to admit how old this is. This is 2012 old. It's not too old for this to be one of the earliest opinions on animangos, and I'm surprised that he never grew into anything larger. But don't worry, this one's in 2012 right here, and then the other one is this one that was made in 2013. So you get to see a cinematic universe just kind of play itself out year after year. So here's what he thinks about it. Pre-overrated.
Also known as the most overrated anime of all times.
Wait, it's the most overrated anime of all time? This is 2012. If anything, there were way more popular shows before then. Maybe it's not bullying. I don't know, this video seems very weird.
Oh crap, please don't kill me, Mr. Corpse Walker. Now it doesn't matter where you go, a lot of people will say that they like this anime and that it's so great that they get orgasms just from watching it, or
dude, orgasms just from watching it? This is 2012. I don't think anybody was still doing this.
or that it can turn dog crap into gold. And here lies the problem. People vote and rank according to how much they like something, and not objectively.
Well, yeah, it's how much you get, how much personal enjoyment you get from something that makes it subjective. But it's not a bad take.
As an anime reviewer, it's my job to rank animes not according to how much I like them, but to give an objective ranking based on their level of entertainment.
But we all judge entertainment differently. So it's still not objective, it's subjective.
Animation, setting, originality, characters, soundtrack, and so on. Of course, the personal factor plays a role, but a reviewer does its best to minimize it.
I mean, you can always preface things with what you like. Like, I love buddy cop films, so I immediately had a little bit of a bias towards this. But I'm going to give you my fair opinion, and then I'm going to give you the actual review.
Got that? Great. So let's get started. Cowboy Bebop is set in the year 2071 in our solar system, which has been colonized through the use of a hyperspace gate network. Since crime is rampant, the authorities created a bounty system to deal with this situation. So the story of Cowboy Bebop revolves around a group of bounty hunters and their effort to catch criminals.
You know, he is lining this up really well, though. I will give him that. He definitely makes this synopsis really stick out. I think this is a good quality. Listen, not all videos are really all that bad, but there are some good things about it, and I really like this one.
The characters include Spike Spiegel, a former member of a major crime syndicate, Jet Black, a former police guy, Faye Valentine, the hottest 80-year-old woman in human history, Radical Edward, the strangest and most brilliant girl in the star system, and Ein the dog. Let's talk about these characters. When people do rankings of the coolest anime characters, Spike is always very high up. Some people ranked him even as number 1.
Because he's a likable character. I wouldn't say he's really relatable. I wouldn't say relatable is a thing, but I think that he does he does a good job at being an entertaining one when you see him on the screen.
which is preposterous. This guy
What? Wait. Excuse me?
weighs very high up. Some people ranked him even as number 1, which is preposterous. This guy is cool, granted, but nothing special. He steals from pregnant women, he gets nearly killed by a drug junkie, he's afraid of refrigerators, and he gets his ass kicked by a kid and a fat flying clown.
Alright. When you put it that way, it makes it have zero context behind it, for one. But most importantly, why does this matter, though? You know what I mean? None of these things... Whatever.
Jet and Faye don't leave much of an impression either, and even Ed, my favorite character, seems shallow. This
She seems shallow, but there's not much to her, though.
could be because this anime doesn't have a plot. It's just a collection of random episodes of their lives as bounty hunters. The series doesn't have a goal, and you don't get the feeling that they get anywhere.
Does he not know that one of the main things about Cowboy Bebop is that, the things about it is that it's Spike kind of looking for answers. He's doing the thing that we all do in life. Here's some real talk moments for you. When I went back to Tennessee, that's kind of how I felt. If you watch Cowboy Bebop, it's almost like the same kind of thing. You go back to somewhere, things have changed, or you don't know anything. That was like the first episode, the pregnant lady. It was like a weird thing that I think she knew Jet or someone, and then what ends up happening is they have this moment where there's like, dude, you're not like this, lady. You shouldn't be running with the wrong people, man. And then, it doesn't end up too well for her. But that's kind of like the whole thing behind Cowboy Bebop is like connecting with others, I guess. Like, obviously there's like action scenes and a whole bunch of nothing that happens sometimes, but it's kind of like friends, on an adventure. I don't know.
They just wander around aimlessly, hoping to get money for food. Now, some of you might say that the plot is Spike searching for his girl and getting revenge on Vicious, but that's not the plot.
What?
Because Spike doesn't do anything to achieve this. He doesn't search for Julia, nor does he really plot his revenge against Vicious. He just reacts to the situation, and that's hardly a plot. So
No. He was looking... Whatever. You know what? I can't spoil Cowboy Bebop. We're gonna watch that at some point. Just know that he's not right.
this anime is definitely too long. It would have
Too long?
been much better as a 12 or 13 episode anime.
By the way, it was 24 episodes, so it was double that? That's too long. Does this dude watch Dragon Ball Z, I wonder?
This was also an anime which had too few characters. If you count in the dog and Vicious, then this anime has 6 main characters. All
Because they're the main characters.
other characters appear in just 1 or 2 episodes, and when they appear, then only for a few seconds. And 6 characters for a 26 episode anime is far too few. Even
But how many does it have to have good characters or many characters? How many is the line that we have to draw here? Is it 10? Do we need 50? Oh, I guess that the problem is that we have 6.
Even Fooly Cooly has more characters, and that's a 6 episode anime. Hell, even Blue Submarine number 6 has more characters, and that's a 4 episode anime. The animation is nothing special.
Wait, so that's it? Just the number? So we need bigger numbers. Those are apparently rookie numbers.
As well. I would say that it's roughly at the same level as the animation of Neon Genesis Evangelion. But Bebop was done 2 years after Evangelion, so it should have been a little better.
Wow, that's really comparing apples to oranges, by the way.
As for the dub, the English dub is really good and perhaps even better than the Japanese dub, but it was hard to decide since both dubs were really good. And don't give me that crap that it isn't true. Who of you did watch all 26 episodes in Japanese and in English? To truly judge something, you have to be neutral.
He's neutral, but these aren't the opinions of someone that's neutral, just by the way.
So if you compare American and Japanese dubs, you should be neither. Because if you're Japanese, you're likely to say, the lip movements and the body language is made for the Japanese language, so the...
Does this guy watch anime? Does he know that sometimes anime lips don't match up either? I mean, I'm just... Sure.
Japanese dub is better. And as an American, you're likely to say, in America everything is better. The American dub is an improvement.
No one said it was an improvement, they said it was really good, because it was the only thing that people were exposed to at the time. So when Cowboy Bebop came on to Adult Swim, it was in English, not in Japanese. And if you were a huge super fan, then you could go and find the Japanese dub somewhere. But, sure.
As for the ending, that sucked big time. After being together for like 20 episodes, the group just falls apart, and we really don't get to know what ultimately happens to the various characters. So I'm giving this anime a good 3.5 out of 5 points. It's good, but really nothing special.
Someone didn't watch the last episode then.
It's probably so popular because it was made for an American audience in a time where there was not much competition. But considering its
Not much competition. Anime just started coming stateside. Is he out of his mind?
level of entertainment, comedy, action, and drama, from an objective point of view, it really can't compare to the newer animes like Code Geass, the anime about apples, or Clannad. And
Clannad was awful. Anyone ever tells me that that's good, you tell me. I'm gonna go give him a pat on the head.
don't tell me that I don't comprehend the complexity of this anime or its characters.
What's complex about Clannad? Or Death Note? He's just a kid with a book. And he tries to become an ultimate god. He pretty much telegraphs it. It's... Wow, we're really pulling some strings here to make this match up, huh?
I grasped the complexity of End of Evangelion in 2 days. Some people have to meditate for years before they get those endings. And now please excuse me. I have to fortify my house before the self-proclaimed Cowboy Bebop Anime Inquisition launches their attack.
Wow. Alright. By the way, if you couldn't tell, this will be a not so long stream. Because there's not really a lot that you can react to. But this was just to lay the foreground for you. So now you have this information moving forward. By the way, he puts all of this in a thing. It's too long with a regular 1.0. Amazing. But now we have this video. Is Cowboy Bebop overrated? Has he learned anything, chat, within a year or year and a half? You let me know. Oh, by the way, you gotta do this thing again. Because, Cowboy Bebop, get to use the clips.
This is Reviewer 03, bringing you a special video asking the question if Cowboy Bebop is overrated or not.
Spoiler alert, it is.
Now, I could bore you with a long and pseudo-scientific explanation, and I'm going to do exactly that in just a few seconds, but the short answer is yes.
This is what happens when you take anime seriously, chat.
The main reason for this is the fact that CB fans insist that CB is the greatest anime of all times.
I don't think people are doing that. I don't think they're saying it's the greatest show of all time. They think it's pretty good, you should watch it, but...
Making up absurd reasons and giving the anime attributes it does not have and credit it does not deserve.
Why doesn't it deserve it?
But don't worry, now I'm here, and I will not be silenced. This video...
Oh, jeez, the cringe is kicking up real hard.
is for all those who have been ridiculed, intimidated, oppressed, and even threatened with death because of their beliefs.
Did I get trolled? Is this a troll video?
Let the entire cyberspace hear the fundamental truth. Cowboy Bebop is not that great. Let's start with the soundtrack. CB fans claim that CB has the best anime soundtrack ever. Completely...
Why does he keep saying that as an absolute? No one's saying it's the best show ever. Even in 2013, this is still inaccurate.
ignoring animes like Code Geass, Death Note, the rebuild of Evangelion movies, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, Bleach, and many others, who in terms of music easily surpass CB. While I agree that CB had a very unique and original soundtrack using jazz, blues, and songs with lyrics, it's far from being the best.
I don't know, if you love jazz and you probably think it's pretty fucking banger. I don't know. It's one of the most iconic anime openings that you can listen to. And then you had the nerve to say he did say Bleach. I don't know what that was for, because that is not even close.
Another argument is the claim that CB is anime for adults.
Who said these things?
CB fans are quick to dismiss animes with giant robots as anime for children.
Did I hear that right? Hang on, let me turn that up so I can fully process this again.
CB is anime for adults. CB fans are quick to dismiss animes with giant robots as anime for children, yet an episodic anime like CB, where the actions of the characters in one episode have absolutely no consequences or impact on the next episode, is claimed to be an anime for adults.
Guys, what? Why did he come up with this out of his ass? Hang on, let me go back a little bit. I have to...
No consequences or impact on the next episode is claimed to be an anime for adults.
Well, what does he consider an anime for adults? Because no one ever claimed that. Cowboy Bebop it's like a PG-13 movie. Yeah, it's like a PG-13 movie. It's not made for adults. You just fucking whatever.
Actually, the plotless episodic nature of CB is sold as its greatest strength. This is absurd reasoning. It's as if a car salesman would try to sell you a car with broken brakes, saying, "Hey man, the brakes of this car don't work, but that's its greatest strength, because without brakes, this car is faster, and
This is weird.
faster is better, right?"
Maybe I'm just a little bit too out of my element right now, but that's not a good analogy. That's like the bring Halo back logic of talking about how to compare things. Well, you don't like a car with brakes, so you obviously don't like this show with no plot. Does he know that slice of life exists? And does he know that there is a continuity that they still have to go based off of? Cowboy Bebop is random episodes, sure, but it all has to take place in a certain point in time for you to place where the story is. So either he just didn't watch any of the episodes he claims he did, or he just, I don't know, he tuned out? Maybe?
The only type of TV show that can be episodic are comedy shows. Everything else needs a plot, or else it's pointless.
But what are the plots of all of these shows?
Some CB episodes are great, but the viewer has to ask himself, what was the point? There is no character development, and almost all characters are constructed as one-episode characters, never to reappear again.
By the way, so Faye Valentine in the show, she actually, like, she doesn't remember who she is, and that was kind of like the character arc for her, is that she had to find out who she was. So when you first meet her, she's doing like, she's pretty much one of the people at the casinos, and she was pretty much taking people's money, like, you know, through being the person there, and it was like to work off a debt. And you're like, oh man, I wonder what the backstory the Faye Valentine is that she has to do all this. And they kind of try to find those clues a little bit. Whenever it's a character specific episode, like when it comes to like Jet, it only has Jet in it for the most part. When it comes to Faye Valentine, it's gonna be mostly about Faye, and they find like a cassette and like it's a VHS, and they kind of just like, she finds out a little bit more about like where she was from, and she tries to track down who made the tape and everything. It's a good thing. He doesn't know what he's talking about because there are things in the continuity of Cowboy Bebop that do make sense.
Also, pretty much everything they do in one episode gets completely erased in the next one. For example, it doesn't matter if you watch episode 14, 15 in that order, or if you switch and watch first episode 15, people who haven't seen CB wouldn't even notice that they watched these episodes in the wrong order. Another argument is that CB is so deep and so cool. While this might be true, it is an outrage that CB fans completely dismiss series like Outlaw Star and It is an outrage that CB fans completely dismiss series like Outlaw Star and Trigun.
One more time for the people in the back.
It is an outrage that CB fans completely dismiss series like Outlaw Star and Trigun.
This is a troll video. This is a troll video. I feel like we got Skamaz, dude.
Gene Starwind and Vash the Stampede are vastly superior to Spike in terms of coolness, and both these series are much deeper than Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, jeez.
Trigun asks the question of the value of life in a world of death. On top of that, the series is an amazingly epic backstory. While Outlaw Star asks the question of who am I, why am I here, what is my purpose in the universe. Outlaw Star also features retarded Kilrathi, which is just cool. On a side note, Firefly is based on Outlaw Star, as seen by the frozen girl in a suitcase in the very first episode. This fact alone makes Outlaw Star 854 octillion times cooler than Cowboy Bebop.
I don't know what this non-argument is. Like, he's trying to show you how other things are good, but tries to not make Cowboy Bebop sound good. He said he was supposed to take an objective view of this.
You can trust my calculations, I'm good with math. Another point is the supposedly great villain Vicious. He had less than 20 minutes screen time throughout the entire 26 episode anime, yet CB fans still claim that he's one of the best anime villains of all time. Yeah.
Do you know that Knives wasn't really introduced in Cowboy Bebop until not Cowboy. Sorry, my brain's fried. So you remember how in Knives from Trigun, he didn't start showing up until halfway through, and then at the end, you kind of hear about Knives almost like you hear about Dio in part 3, at least at the beginning. That's kind of what it's like. So the fact that you don't really see that much of him doesn't mean that he's not the bad guy. It's Spike's personal bad guy dude. Spike has to fight this battle. That's everyone has their own demons. They confront most of them, if not all of them, every episode.
Yeah, remember 19? He had 40 minutes of screen time. One of the best Dragon Ball villains ever. Now,
I think we got trolled. Did we get fucking trolled?
Keep in mind that I'm not saying that CB is a bad anime. On the contrary, I gave it a good 3.5 out of 5 points, or 7 out of 10 if you prefer this ranking system. I'm just saying that it's overrated because CB fans wrongly insist that this is the best anime ever.
Okay, it's not a troll video, so we at least got that. But no one's ever really said that it's the greatest of all time. They just think it's pretty good if you like a certain thing. And also, it's not overrated. By the way, I'll show you guys a video tonight, because I know that Fratanga kind of did it on his stream. But I have another video about something being overrated.
In fact, almost everything in the series has been overhyped and pushed to preposterous levels. The reason for this is probably the fact that for many people, Cowboy Bebop was among the first 5 animes they ever saw.
What first 5 anime did you see? I bet you it wasn't those.
So many people remember it to be much better than it actually is. Another point would be its mass appeal to American audiences, which make up a large part of the anime community. In Japan and Europe, CB was not that popular. In fact, it was even cancelled in Japan. So
that's kind of untrue. I think I can disprove that. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I don't think that that's what happened.
So, Cowboy
Wait a minute, and they also had a Cowboy Bebop game that was in development. Maybe we should look that up.
Bebop might be the anime with the coolest setting. It might be the anime with the most unique soundtrack, with the coolest characters. It might be the anime with the most fluid animation. It may be the most...
Wait, he said the animation was fucking terrible behind Evangelion. So is it terrible or is it not fluid? Because those almost go hand in hand, but they're not mutually exclusive.
Popular anime in America, and it may be your personal favorite. But there is something Cowboy Bebop never was, never is, and never will be. The single greatest anime of all times.
Well, yeah, no shit. There's always going to be something new, and the something new could come out and be better. This video is so trash. Whatever, dude. All right. So, if you guys want to know about the thing that we're going to talk about, it's the Anime Shun podcast, hashtag NECRO No Bully. And in this channel, it's very highly produced videos with some very weird opinions. And you're going to see me and Papa Frit. We're going to pop a cap in their ass. It's a bad video. I haven't disliked it yet because I didn't know if I was going to dislike it or not. But we can go ahead and fix it. There you go. It's disliked now. Now, this video is Hunter x Hunter is overrated. Fight me. And I'm going to relay some information to you, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Because Papa Frit's the one that told me about it, and I was kind of doing some research right alongside it. So, if you've seen Hunter x Hunter, then just give me the benefit of the doubt here.
What's up, y'all? I'm Ice McGowan. You know, I'm getting my shorts right. You know, I'm getting a little short action. You know, I like my shorts. But, yeah, I'm Ice McGowan, one part of the Anime Shun podcast. And today, I'm going to tell you why Hunter x Hunter is not a top 5 anime.
What is chat? A top 5 anime? Bro, you said only 2 vids. You get scammed. You got more than you bargained for, as we all say. Like, what is your top 5? Anybody, raise your hand, chat, and tell me your top 5 anime. And I want you to tell me which one you feel doesn't belong on there. Because we're going to get our minds blown. We're going to get our third eye opened. Watch.
Before I get into this, I want to let you guys know, I think Hunter x Hunter is a great anime. It's a phenomenal anime. But when you think about top 5, it may be top 10, just not top 5. And
why is it not top 5? Code Geass 7 times, JoJo's Part 1 through 5, whatever. Though, I mean, to be fair, if you only were just getting into anime and JoJo was the first thing you saw, and then all of those seasons, I could see that being someone's top 5. Like, my top 5 looks very, very different from this guy. I think my top 5 is mostly filled with like Symphogear, Azumanga Daioh. I would say that Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is like a 5. It's good, and it's a good closure. Bleach used to be good, so it's not in my top 5. But, you know, like, I can go through all of those and tell you that Hunter x Hunter is... If I was into Hunter x Hunter, this sounds like a show I would be up there in my top 5, just from pure description of talking to Frit.
And I can give you my top 5 later, but I'm going to tell you a little
Don't worry, his top 5, number 1 is Naruto.
bit why it's not. First off, number 1, the King. He, for an antagonist...
You're going to see... I can't spoil a lot of the video, but... because me and Frit are working on it, but just know that I have the video kind of mapped out in my brain. So me and Frit are gonna do maybe we might do like a mirror upload or something. So you'll see the same kind of video on his channel or something. I'd have to talk to him. I'll try to run it by him again tonight. But one of the things that I was thinking was I do a video on his channel about it, and then he does a video for my channel about it, but it's like it's uploaded on a different channel. Like, that could probably work. But anyways, the whole thing is that the King is a good villain. I think he sounds like the most terrifying villain in all of Hunter x Hunter, to be honest. But
he checks all the boxes, but then at the same time, he just never really follows through.
that makes no sense. What boxes does he check? He doesn't tell us what boxes are checked off for the king. So is it because he's a well-written villain? Is it because he has the most power? Like, we don't know what his boxes are. Is he a cold-hearted son bitch, or is he not? Again, these boxes are fictional, to him, and they don't actually have any meaning. It's just another, like, insert here fluff word thing.
And I think that's kind of the main thing for this whole story, is that it has all the ingredients to be great, but just never follows through on that greatness.
But he's not telling me why the king is overrated. If a villain is overrated, then say, I don't know, like, he's only on screen for an actual 1 minute. If you're gonna use the time argument of how long a character's on screen, it better be less than 1 goddamn minute. If it's not, I don't want to hear that as an argument. But, like, is that what it is? Have we not seen him, show examples of him being evil enough? I mean, spoiler alert, he kind of wipes out a lot of fucking strong people. Like, from what I understand, the king is like the king of ants, and he killed the strongest human nen user, knower of things. Like the king killed him, and he's like a major plot point in the story too, because he's the one that taught Killua a lot of techniques, if I'm not mistaken. But this guy doesn't remember those, apparently.
The king has all of the ingredients to be a great antagonist. He just doesn't follow through with that.
But why?
His fight with the chairman was pretty good, but it wasn't like that great of a fight, and then for him to go out.
But why was it not a great fight? Was it too slow? Was it too wordy? Did they have a fucking word soup in there? I want to know the details.
Like he did. If you haven't watched it, I'm not going to ruin it for you. But he went out like a bitch.
No. So, hang on. You know what? He'll explain it.
Like, and I'm sorry, I'm actually going to ruin it for you. Like, he went out playing chess. What are you doing? Or shogi or whatever it is. What hard person or antagonist went out playing chess?
By the way, that the chess match, if you want to know, was it was kind of like a sweet poetic moment. So the king might be 1v1 in chess. I don't know, man. I don't mind. But the thing about the king in Hunter x Hunter is that he was fighting the chairman, and then he got poisoned, right? So what happened is he's fighting, and the one guy that he was fighting, the chairman, they put a bomb on his body to explode in case he couldn't beat the king. And so the king actually fucking like chops off both of his arms, and then just so he knows that he couldn't detonate this bomb. But it also, like, at the same time when he died, the bomb kind of like went off still. Like, I think he like stopped it still. He still stopped and like detonated the bomb because it's activated when your heart stops. And what ends up happening is the king gets poisoned, and anyone that he's around will also get poisoned. And so he started to get scared because now he was finally going to die, despite only being 40 days old. And so what happens is he goes to the one human girl that likes him. It's kind of like a weird Shishomaru Rin thing going on, but he was like, oh, this is the one human that taught me how to be a little more human. And so they both pretty much hold each other as they die, because the chess playing was kind of like the thing. She was like one of the best chess players or whatever in the entire world, and she was just kind of fucked over her entire life. So that's the story behind why he died and why the chess scene was important. But of course you won't get that from here, because as me and Frit kind of agreed with each other, you can't tell an entire story like this about it being overrated in 4 minutes and you're spouting nothing but nonsense.
Nobody. They went out fighting. They went out throwing bows. He did none of that. He went out in the dark playing shogi. Stop it, sir. You're an antagonist.
So what's an antagonist supposed to do? Are they supposed to shoot each other in the face before they die, or are they supposed to, stab each other full of holes? I don't understand.
Number 2, Killua.
Killua is a good character, but of course this is a bad character to him.
Killua, I feel like, when he came in the first half of the anime, dope. He was, taking people's hearts out. He had a man's heart sack just in his hand. It was just doop, 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 beating. I thought that shit was dope. I thought he was going to be the man. But then he get with Gon, and then he just went straight Gohan like a straight bitch.
Killua wasn't. He didn't like deform as a character. I say deform, but he didn't deform as a character because he just was a little bit more conscious about things. I think at some point him and Gon like split up, but he like didn't kill him. I mean, he was an assassin before, but like they have like a brotherly bond. They're like best bros. And he wasn't really around, I think, at the last part either. Like, he's not really around, but he was also really important to the guy that fought the king and his. I don't know. This guy's not explaining his case very well.
You know how Gohan was dope? The Cell Saga, dope. That was it. Second half, Gohan was non-existent. Turned into Great Saiyaman. Got the P dropped on him by Videl. Totally changed. Killua didn't get no P dropped on him. He just turned more into Gon, and with that, he lost his killer instinct. He
didn't lose his killer instinct. He's still one of the strongest characters in the series. He can travel the speed of light. That's like Killua's thing. He's not weak. I don't know what this point even is.
That whole second half of Hunter x Hunter, he didn't do anything.
Because there was nothing to do.
He was just kind of there for more support and to cheer on Gon. Like it just turned into the Gon show. It was a Gon and Killua show. Just Gon show for dinner. He didn't do anything that was top notch after that. And then
top notch. Does he need to fight 1,000 people at once?
He just came in at the end and was just like, "Oh, Gon, you messed up for 2?" Like, yeah, bro, I did something because your ass wasn't.
There was nothing to do. Did he watch Hunter x Hunter like he thinks he did? Oh man, you guys are actually putting them in there too. Yeah, Killua didn't lose his killer instinct. Killua still had really good fights after that, but he didn't have to do a lot of fights after it either. Like, I don't think he watched it. Like, even the clip behind him shows Killua not engaging in a fight that is because like Gon and the clown dude are fighting each other.
Number 3, I feel like the fight scenes. The fight scenes were so overhyped. I remember talking to Brennan and Keenan before I had watched the show, and they hyped up the Kurapika fight with the dude from the Spiders as like this so crazy fight. He grabs his heart and with the chains, and I'm like, yo, this shit about to be crazy. And then I watched it, and I'm like, that's it? That's it. That's the fight that you guys were hyping like this was the greatest fight ever. Like,
okay, I cannot talk for Papa Frit, but he said that was actually one of the best fights in the series. He would say that there was like another fight that was like not as good, but in this one there wasn't a lot of talking. It was like a quick second, but it was one of the best fights. It's kind of like if you were to actually watch Naruto and find out that it's not really all that fight heavy. Like, I would say that the animation, there's only like 5 different fights, I think, that are really good in Naruto, but I don't watch it, so I could kind of care less.
Like, no, it wasn't that big of a fight. It happened really early on, and that really there's no fight scene in my head that stuck out to me.
So he didn't watch any of them then?
None. Even the fight with the chairman and the king, like I said, wasn't that crazy of a fight. The probably the best fight that they had on there was, Killua's dad and grandpa going against Carollo. Like, and that wasn't even a fight. That was like a 5-second fight, cut away, and then they cut back, and he was messed up. Like, if you're gonna be a top 5 anime, you gotta that involves fighting. Your fight scenes have to be through the roof. And if you're not going to have fight scenes through the roof, at least have 1 or 2 fight scenes where it's like, bruh. And there wasn't a single fight scene in there that I felt that way.
What is he talking about? A fight scene has to what? That defines the entire thing. Am I losing it? Am I actually losing the plot right now? That is so weird to me. All right. So I want to I want to look this up here because I feel like if we watch like at least one more video on Hunter x Hunter, right? Hunter x Hunter, we'll do the fight. Fights? Let's do fight. Someone will give me the good one. Oh man, look it. We got these great videos of something. Can't play them. Forgot DMCA is a thing still. Yeah, they had this guy. They had the clown guy. There was this one. Man, I forget that there's actually a lot of fights in Hunter x Hunter. Well, I guess I gotta watch it. How many episodes are there, chat? Jeez, I probably should know that before I start spouting off nonsense. 148. There's probably some in there that you could skip. Wait, why didn't that other guy say anything about this? This is too long. He was bringing up shit that was in 2012. Whatever. What a time to be alive. Yeah, the one that I hear is this one. This is like the one that you watch. Get out of here, guy. But I don't know. I don't know shit about like the fights that happen. But like even then, you could look at the things here. He's a nin user. I don't know anything about it. Did they like slap all these together? Amazing. Maybe? I don't know what they did. It's like a weird supercut. Oh. Okay, so they kind of did slap it together. But like Homeboy is getting his arms fucking ripped off. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this fight looks fucking raw, dude. It's so... I don't know. Sari, welcome to the thing. I don't know. I didn't have a lot of content lined up for today. But we do have some tea that we can dish over, as the kids say. I don't think I have it here. And I can't, like... Hang on. I might be able to. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I can't bring it up, but I'll tell you about it. So here, let me go to the thing here. Whoa. All right. So let me tell you something, chat. As we sit here and hang out, there was the Project Melody thing today. I don't know if you guys heard anything about it, but we can probably do another thing. Hang on, I'm gonna do the thing. Uh-oh. How do I do that? Hang on, chat. We're not done yet. Like, I still got. I can bring it up. I gotta find the right window. There it is. Okay, so watch this, chat. Watch. Are you ready? Watch me work this shit so good. Bam. All right. This is what I wanted to show you. I'm gonna drag the things that I need into it. No, she's not coming. She's probably not gonna come back yet. There is a mass campaign though to get her back. So is this the tweet? So here it is. So here's the tweet, chat. It says I know you can't like see it all that well, but it says my Twitch ban plus struggles with digit rev. It's gonna be interesting. Hang on. This is it. You guys can actually see it a lot better than I think you can, which is good. So, many of you probably are wondering about the recent Twitch ban. So I wanted to share some context about my Twitch ban since it relates to an issue I've been dealing with the last several months. I talked about this a lot at length, and it's kind of like wore my voice out. And if you guys hadn't seen it, don't worry. I'm going to read it to you as a responsible content creator would, so that way we can truly enjoy lives. Okay. So, the 3D modeler, DigitRev, who is like a creator for Project Melody, right? Where is it at? Okay. This guy right here. So, that guy is the one that drew Project Melody. No, he didn't draw her, but he made the 3D model. That's what I mean. So he made like the 3D model for her. He's a guy, and what ended up happening was he DMCA claimed her right here. There it is. I think I can show that. If I can't, then I'm sure I'll just whatever. But it says second here is an invoice that he sent me. Section is blacked out to protect private info. The price quote was $5,000 for my entire body and design. So he did the design and everything. All right. Well, in there it shows like the PayPal stuff. You're not missing a lot. And I think that she goes to this message right here in the DMs where she wants to know how to fill out the copyright registration for Melody, since she just needs to know if she owns the character or not, right? He said, yeah, just put like character design / modeler, haha, but you own the IP. Now, I'm no lawyer, and I can be corrected, but I'm pretty sure unless you get this in writing, and that's what you put into like the contract or whatever it is, like when you do the invoice, that it says that. Because if you don't, then there's not really a leg to stand on. Methinks. So, at some point, he asked if I'd be interested in a partnership deal with his company, Giga Music Group. I was interested in hearing about the deal, but at that point I hadn't agreed to do anything. Or to anything. Only that I'd like to hear what they had to offer. Over the next few months, he still continued to help me with things, but refused compensation for it, even though I offered to pay him often. He said it wasn't a big deal each time. Now, we looked through this a little bit, and in every part that I could read, it was pretty apparent that, like, she highlighted the parts where he said, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at the moment. That's different than, no, you don't have to pay me. But in these other ones, I guess you could probably get away with that. He said, maybe I don't know, let's see how far it goes, how much work is involved. I try to do favors till it ends up costing me a lot of time. But I really just want you to have the money to get the fixes done. Pretty much. Not a lot that's going on there. I mean, if I wanted to just play devil's advocate, that's what I would do. No, he didn't scam her. I would not call this a scam. Because around May, GMG finally sent me their proposed offer. They wanted $4,000 a month for their services. I don't know what GMG is, but I kind of want to research it. Not really, though. Maybe. Because I was advised by others in the industry to not take the deal, given that it was grossly inflated and offered unnecessary services, I opted to work with another company. He then started claiming that because of the work he had already done, that I was expected to work with them. So it seems like he tried to, he gaslit her with, oh, you don't worry, you don't have to pay me, but expected her to kind of be a continued, person, a continued supporter or customer, repeat customer. I told him he should have let me know that, since I would have insisted I either pay him or not have him do the work at all. Even though I would never agree to a contract when I have no idea what the terms of it are, I did offer to pay him for all the work that he felt he wasn't compensated for. She does show that in the things here, the whatever. This includes telling me him telling me to send a reasonable invoice and I'd pay, shown above. Instead, he decided to DM me to insult me and call me unprofessional. I think that kind of cuts both ways, because he wasn't very professional about it, and like, he didn't write up anything that was legally binding in case he wanted that money. But they also, on Melody's part, was not on top of it either. She has a team of people over there. The LLC in New Jersey, of course. And they were only, oh man, from last year. They probably did scam her. So, once there was that falling out, I didn't hear from Digi for several months. And I thought that was the end of it. He went on to launch YFU. And I was glad he was going off doing his own thing. Then in August, he wrote me again, insisting that I needed to follow and interact with YFU, his company's idol project character, because I owed him. I told him that because our working relationship ended so poorly, I didn't feel comfortable interacting with his new project, but I wished him the best of luck. He did not take that well. Again insisted that I owed him for the work he did and vaguely threatened to, quote, talk to Vice, because I don't seem to, quote, understand him. It reminds me of the super blimp, sexy blimp guy, Boomy. It reminds me of him, where he always says, oh, well, these are my friends, but they desperately try to get away from him because he literally, like, he actually, like, bullies them. But that's a whole separate stream. It goes on. Finally, he offered to drop all of it, stop claiming that I never paid him, and leave me alone. If I boosted YFU. I was very upset, but in the interest of just getting it all behind me and being done with him, I swallowed my pride and agreed. That was on the condition that he, 1, leave me alone, and 2, sign a document making it clear that I own everything he kept claiming that I didn't. Although I had the invoice and text confirmations, it was more from making it clear to him. Again, me and SG kind of agreed, Twitter is not a legal contract. I mean, I guess it can be used against you in some fashion, like in certain cases, but for this one, it'll be hard to prove. Like, it'll be hard to prove intent. So, it says, I wanted this done and over with, so I could focus on streaming and making content and all the time-consuming projects I still have in the works. And then it links you to this one here. Oh, geez. This is when he says, I'm just going to condense it. He said that you can pay me about $45,000 for my renders that you sold of mine, and still have plastered all over your stuff. So, I'm not justifying what he's saying here at all, but Project Melody did take a lot of artwork that wasn't credited and put them in her, like, profile for Twitch. And they weren't compensated for it. And they weren't even asked. So, he can probably get away with that too, because he never signed it over, it sounds like, right? Like, it is, yeah, it's a scam on the level that it's hard to prove that it wasn't, or hard that it was. Like, it's so much of a scam that it's hard to prove that it is a scam, because here, I'll read the rest of it. But it says, a few days after I offered that, he responded telling me it was a terrible offer for him to sign a document saying that the extra things he made were mine, despite them being gifts. I think it's this one. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. It's a different one. Sorry, chat. I'm stupid. This one? Okay, yeah, it's that one. When he was like doing stuff, or well, we'll see. I don't know. This is so much little random stuff. And so it's like he has to, like, he's doing stuff for her, but it doesn't sound like it's a gift. It sounds like it's she wants little fixes here and there. And he even says, where is it at? I think I thought I just read it. He said, right here, but I really want you to have the money to get the fixes done. So she was already working with him to get stuff done, and it was little things here and there. Because this is before they premiered. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is like right around the time that they premiered and she did the thing. This one, anyways. And this one. I don't know. That's going to be hard to tell people that this is a gift. It's got Blue Shift. So it says, in exchange for interacting with his new project, by the way, he then demanded $45,000 along with 25% of merch sales, even though by this point I had stopped using all the assets he made. Although I owned them, they were reminders of the leverage he thought he had over me. So to make something very clear, chat, let me go ahead and have you listen up here. CT, it does sound like a very abusive relationship where it's, oh, you did this thing for me, can you keep doing things for me? So he piggybacked off of something else. But the thing I'm getting at is, like, I use this to stream, and if CT at some point says, yeah, I'm gonna, like, you're gonna have to pay me for the thing and all these fixes, like if I wanted him to like do like a Christmas alternate or to do like an Easter alternate, something like that, and he kept like, no, just save your money for when it gets done, then that's on me because I asked him, and nothing's in writing, and he could say, you can't use this avatar for making money because it's a commercial use thing or something, something like that. He could do any of those things, even though it's not in writing. He can still technically do that. Now, I mean, it's scummy, don't get me wrong. It's definitely scummy what he's doing, but it's not like they were wrong on both sides. That's about it. And so that's what happened to Tom, since so many people have wondered about his whereabouts. I guess Tom is like the camera robot thing. After this, I stopped responding to Digi. He was rude, insulting, and I was done with his harassment. He still continued to publicly slander me on Twitter and Discord daily. Even today, he hasn't stopped. I finally blocked him, and after he kept saying shitty things about me, and now he has resorted to trying to deplatform me, starting with Twitch. She didn't link that from like the Discord because I don't think that she was thinking about it. But there were some people that in his Discord, he was talking about how, like, I think I might have it. Maybe it would be this one. Sorry, I do have it. It's this one. We were investigating, chat. So we started with videos and we ended with an investigation. But like, this was in his Discord server, but this was back in September. And he kind of goes on to talk about YFU and why Project Melody wouldn't, like, she's not interacting with him about it. Like, she keeps dodging it. It's pretty much his point. There's a lot in there that kind of shows that he is that person, but it doesn't prove her point. Yeah. Oh boy, let's see, where is it at? I didn't want to be involved in drama. I wanted to continue streaming and having fun with my friends and my community. I'm lucky enough to have a career that I absolutely love with supportive and redonkulous friends. And he is trying to take all that away, even though I paid him for my body. That's what the DMCA claim is for, by the way. Not the Toms, not one of my CB toys. It's Chatterbait, by the way. Not music. Not for being too explicit. I've been good on Twitch. But no, because Digi thinks he owns me. You guys are about to witness something almost historical in a way. Because this will be technically the first of its kind in a odd way. It says, he thinks this even after I paid him for it. As you can see in those invoices, even though back on December 5th, 2019 at 3:42 p.m., he agreed that I own the IP, he's just the character designer / modeler. that's what he's copyright striking me on. And then she kind of goes off into a little bit like being transparent about the thing. And you can kind of just read it on here. It's not that intricate, I promise. But it's gonna be something interesting. I can't really like click on her profile because I know that there's bad stuff on there. But in her header and stuff like that, nothing's really credited. Not even in her like profile thing, like right here. Like it's not credited. It's just website. So it gets really sketchy, chat. I don't particularly think that they're being smart about it. I think Gigi was trying to buy some questionable deals without her knowing. Well, it's all in well, sorry. I got my eye's itchy. Okay. There we go. I think it's something that when you look at it, it's they should have made contracts. Like it's kind of the fault on both of their sides, right? So like they should have made out something in writing or in the invoice, because if she tries to go back and get the money that they spent for Project Melody, she won't see that money. Not that it really matters, it's almost a drop in the bucket at this point, but if she tries to go for PayPal and say this is a weird thing, like I want to charge it back, he can technically fight it because he made the product for them. They paid for the product and they received the product. So that'll be hard to prove for Project Melody's side. Now, when it comes to Digit guy, he's gonna have the entire internet against him for a while. I think that at some level, he will probably end up trying to take this to court. Like I said, I've seen people like Boomy try to do this exact same thing, but it just didn't work. It doesn't work because they think that they're smarter than they are. I don't know. It seems like they were both being little fucking three heads on each side, so I don't really understand. But there's no Ben Shapiro Sonic vid. I'm not watching that on stream. But maybe one day I will. If I do like a media share thing, then you can suggest videos like that. You can, I think you can like do $1 or something like that. I don't know how media share works. But one day we'll do media share. Or we might do that like, I don't know, every other Sunday or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out then. But thanks for coming to the live stream. I know this one is a little bit shorter, but it's just a regular Thursday. Everyone has to still be up for work tomorrow. One day I'll have to actually return to work, but we'll see when that is. One day, Edgy, exclamation point, remind me to get with you after chat, like probably later. I don't know, but it doesn't sound like DSP behavior. Yeah, it doesn't sound like what's happening with DSP, which is good, but always write your stuff. Always, if you're an artist, make sure you get that shit in writing or put it on like your invoice or something, non-commercial use or something. Otherwise, you'll end up doing that. Oh, they give me the money thing. I mean that too. But Project Melody, I mean, they can pay him and they can just be done with him. But by the way, before I do leave, I remembered. See, Edgy, you forgot. This is so sad. I was trusting Edgy for this monumental task. But tomorrow, oh man, I gotta find you the clip, the thing. But tomorrow, if you are awake at what is it? If you're awake at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to have a new album drop, bro. Hang on. It's gonna be that link right there. No, it's not that one. You know, it's not that link, Edgy. It's a different one. Yeah, tomorrow is Minecraft crowd control. So if you have bits that you want to shower me in to make my game of Minecraft be terrible, you can do that. And it's I'm almost good enough at Minecraft that this should almost be a breeze. You're gonna watch me ace some shit tomorrow, but tonight, however, that is not gonna happen. Listen, I will execute, and you're gonna love me for it. But we're gonna raid. I need some. Hang on, I can tell you. I can actually tell you what emotes to use this time because I can see them. Yeah, let me move this over here because I'm blind. Use okay, she has Franker's face Z. Spam that in her chat. Okay, chat? So tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's like noon if you're on the East Coast. Final Choice cassettes go up on sale for $12. So that's it. That's all the stream is. Don't worry, just copy and paste it. Copy and paste the DT love, and she'll appreciate it. And wink, wink, hint, hint. I can't say, but we have something cooking. But you be safe, chat. Okay. Make sure that you call up your friends and family and you tell them that you love them, dude.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm never fucking delete it, man. Get it off my fucking hard drive. Get this fucking trash out of here.